Since the founding fathers, the love of the land is something buried deep inside of us. It is our heritage, our history, our passion. And we are its greatest stewards. From the smallest blades of grass to the widest of nature's wonders, this is who we are. This is Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land. Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Outdoor Bank, get out there. Big Frig, a way of life. Frank's Butcher Shop, Wyoming born, raised, and shipped to your door. Tacticam, always on the hunt. And by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land.
Welcome to Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land. I'm your host, Alan Treadwell. On this episode, we head out to Montana, to the heart of Sweetgrass County, to check out a legacy ranch situated in the middle of some of the best trophy elk hunting Montana has to offer. And then it's out to New Mexico to take a look at an unparalleled cattle ranch and hunting property with abundant grazing land and picturesque views of the Sierra Blanca Mountains to top it off. And while we showcase a few select listings on each episode, Hayden Outdoors has hundreds of properties from coast to coast listed at HaydenOutdoors.com. Now let's head out to South Dakota, where I had the opportunity to meet up with an artist by the name of John Lopez and see firsthand his one-of-a-kind work. Thomas Edison once said, to invent, you need a good imagination and a pile of junk. Well, out in the northwest part of South Dakota, just outside of Lemon, one man with an incredible skill set has been creating some of the most unique and beautiful works of art out of simple scrap metal. And I was excited to make the trip up there to meet John and learn more. Hey John, how are you?
Hey Alan.
My goodness.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for having us out.
You bet.
My goodness, this is amazing. This is where it happens, huh?
Yep, this is my welding shop. I got about 4 or 5 pieces going right now. This one here is just about ready to go out the door. So then when it's gone, being delivered, then I can go to work on one that I've started. I kind of go in spurts. I'll get really ambitious and want to start a bunch of stuff. Then I might not want to work on anything for a while, and then I get back to it. So.
Yeah, my word.
I've been doing the scrap metal thing about 15 years. And then before that, I was doing the bronze sculpting. I went to a university here in South Dakota, and I took the sculpture class, and it was like, whoa, this is what I am meant to do. We took this wax and we sculpted this little wax figure. And I would take that wax figure around to my room, you know, in the dorm, and I'd be sculpting on this thing, and my friends would be like, what is that? Or what are you doing? And I was just hooked.
I was looking here when I came in, obviously the beginning stages of an elk.
Yes.
So is this kind of how all of your sculptures start, is just a frame like this?
Yes, that's right. I weld together kind of a stick figure out of stainless steel that can hold the weight, and that's going to be able to hold it up for the lifespan of the piece. Is
this something that you do? Do you sculpt one before you ever start working on it?
Yep, this is the model. So this one's not exactly doing what the piece behind it's doing, but I sculpted this piece probably 10 years ago, and I'll take measurements of it, and then I transfer the measurements up here to scale it up.
To make it to scale?
Yep. I enjoy studying animals. I love the way a horse is built. Like when growing up on a ranch, you study horses and you want one that's built right. And so my challenge is to try to create something that my dad would be like, now that is a well-built horse, you know? And I try to put that into my work so that when people look at the sculpture, they're just like, whoa, how did you do that? How did you get the scrap metal to look like it's alive? So this one's going to Texas to a housing development. And it's like a triple crown, has a triple crown theme or whatever. So this is a quarter horse running. And he's got some stripper headers here. I've found a guy, some of these behind my gallery one day. Somebody just brought these. I didn't even know what they were. And ever since that, I've really been on the lookout to try to find those kind of things because they really add a lot of.
You know, I think the coolest part of what John's doing with his art is he's finding these old rusty carcasses and remnants of old farm equipment that were once used to work the land. And he's incorporating them into these beautiful works of art that are what they are because of the character of the pieces used to build them.
Wow, I mean, it's just unbelievable to me, to the vision, you know, to take something that really has no value other than scrap value and turn it into such an amazing piece of art.
Yeah, and each one of these pieces has a story. You know, it had a previous life. And sometimes I'll remember the old rancher that gave me this piece or whatever, and some of the stories he would tell me. Yeah, I remember when we had a breakdown in the field, you know, and this piece came off. And so I kind of think about those guys' lives and the previous life this piece had. And so I think that's one of the things why I like to build pieces out of scrap metal is comes from the land, and then you're creating something beautiful out of it that people can appreciate and kind of carrying on that story, you know.
John showed me around the shop and he walked me through all the various pieces he's incorporating into his sculptures, including a buffalo with ties to Missouri.
Yeah, this big boy is gonna go to Fort Pierre, and on this side over here, we're gonna have the Missouri River flowing out of a headdress, the headdress of the Cheyenne. So I've got all the cottonwood tree here and
Missouri tag.
There's Lewis and Clark and just all the symbolism that goes along with the Missouri River. Bison, you know, there used to be thousands of bison roaming this part of the world, and now there's just a fraction of what there used to be. So I try to tell the story of the land in the pieces and have a river or have something organic in there that represents the nature.
It's really about the history of South Dakota, the history of the land, and carrying it on and through art.
Definitely.
It's unbelievable.
But I like to use these old chains. They're tractor chains, and then I cut them up in a way that kind of looks like the wool on a bison. And you put enough of them on there, it kind of blends in together and kind of looks like the wool. Then here's the Lewis and Clark. When Lewis and Clark came through on their expedition, they gave out these peace medals to the Native Americans and would trade, I guess, for them, or they'd hand them out. So it's got two sides to it. There's a picture of Thomas Jefferson.
After spending some time checking out all the works in progress, I was excited to head into the town of Lemon, where John has a gallery showcasing some of his finished pieces.
This segment of Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Big Frig, a way of life.
It's time to elevate your banking experience. Open an account with Outdoor Bank in under 5 minutes, anytime, anywhere. It's quick and easy. Instantly fund your account with a debit card, credit card, or wire transfer. Rest easy with advanced encryption and security protocols, ensuring your personal and financial information is protected. Start managing your finances, transferring money, and making payments right away. Open your account today and experience a different level of banking with Outdoor Bank.
At Hayden Outdoors, we truly value our team of professional land brokers and agents. They are knowledgeable individuals, share our love of the land, and are dedicated to excellent work ethics and attention to detail. We are currently seeking experienced land professionals from coast to coast to join the Hayden team. If you believe you're a good fit, please contact us at 866-741-8323. We look forward to hearing from you. This segment of Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Frank's Butcher Shop, Wyoming born, raised, and shipped to your door.
Hi, I'm Bryce with Frank's Butcher Shop in Wyoming, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about Frank's itself. So Frank's is actually named after my grandfather, Frank Brenton, and it's a Wyoming-raised, born and processed company. We work strictly with only Wyoming born, raised, and processed cattle. So we're very passionate about what we do here at Frank's Butcher Shop, and that's because all the beef is born, raised, processed in Wyoming. And why Wyoming, you ask? It's because Wyoming is known as the cowboy state. There's more cattle here than people, and so folks in Wyoming know a thing or two about raising cattle. And so if you want some of these high-quality steaks that we take great passion in, please visit our website at franksbutchershop.com.
Now let's head to Sweetgrass County, Montana to check out a property agent Mike Sedgwick has listed, the Morton Ranch.
Hi, Mike Sedgwick with Hayden Outdoors, and today we are in south central Montana at the Morton Ranch, here about 20 miles north of Reed Point, Montana. This ranch contains 1,280 acres, 2 full sections, 2 live streams. It's got great elk country. And not only is the elk hunting fabulous on this place, but the mule deer is really good. There are black bear, there's turkey. If you're into spring turkey, this is one of the places you need to check out. The log home consists of 4,100 square feet. It's a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath. You got fabulous views of the crazy mountains, and then to the south we got the Absaroka Beartooth. This ranch, if you're just into the hobby ranching, it'll run about 25-30 cows, basically year-round. It is cross-fenced at the 640 mark. It's got water in both pastures. Has plenty of solar power, 2 wind turbines, and really good trails around this. You can get to all points of this just by 4-wheeler, ATV, UTV, and I think you'll enjoy this ranch as we roll around it. Again, I'm Mike Sedgwick with Hayden Outdoors, and for more information, go to our website and look up this property or any other ones that I have. You can go to haydenoutdoors.com.
This segment of Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Outdoor Bank. Get out there. Introducing Hayden Outdoors Mercantile. Get your own Hayden Outdoors branded gear for your life outdoors and more. Offering a variety of branded gear and apparel, from finely crafted clothing, handmade leather accessories, coolers, drinkware, hats, and more, from popular brands like Orvis, Big Frig, Tacticam, Cool, and more. So go to HaydenOutdoors.com, pick up your collection of Hayden gear, and join the stampede. Hayden Outdoors Mercantile, ride for the brand.
It's time to elevate your banking experience. Open an account with Outdoor Bank in under 5 minutes, anytime, anywhere. It's quick and easy. Instantly fund your account with a debit card, credit card, or wire transfer. Rest easy with advanced encryption and security protocols, ensuring your personal and financial information is protected. Start managing your finances, transferring money, and making payments right away. Open your account today and experience a different level of banking with Outdoor Bank.
Looking to sell your land quickly? Hayden Outdoors offers online land auctions through our auction platform and mobile app. In just 45 days, we can list your property, design and launch a property marketing plan, and host an online auction through our proven online auction platform. Contact one of our land professionals today to learn more about land auctions at haydenoutdoors.com. For more information about any of the properties featured on Life on the Land, visit www.haydenoutdoors.com.
Let's head to Lincoln County, New Mexico to check out a property Dax Hayden has listed. This is Double V Ranch.
Hi, I'm Dax Hayden. We're here at the Double V Ranch. We're just 20 minutes north of Ruidoso, New Mexico. This 20,000 deeded acre ranch is beautiful. The ranch is bordered by wilderness and very highly coveted ground. Above the ranch, it starts in the lower country with good grasslands. It moves to pinyon juniper country and then up into the ponderosa pines and just beautiful high country.
Man, Dax, this is a beautiful listing you have down here in southern New Mexico.
Thanks, Alan. It's a pretty amazing place. It 20,000 acres and that much protection of forest and wilderness. It's really cool to see all those elk at night filter out into the ranch.
I know. I mean, we got to spend 2 or 3 days down here hanging out, and we've literally seen elk, mule deer, whitetail, antelope, coyotes, quail, gambles, blues. I mean, it's a gamey place.
Yeah, turkeys, and so it's just an amazing place. It's very diverse ecosystem with a lot of water, and the game down here attracts to the water, and they have to. So it's a special place, and that much private border with wilderness is pretty amazing. The ranch borders the White Mountain Wilderness area, and it is just a beautiful area of high country behind the ranch, and it offers amazing border on the ranch to excellent summer grazing and hunting opportunities. The hunting in Unit 36 in New Mexico is world-class and world-famous, and this ranch has bulls up to 400 inches. The ranch has 21 unit-wide Unit 36 transferable bull tags. It also has 17 tags for the interior of the ranch for bulls, and then it has 9 either sex tags. So the affordability of tags in New Mexico is an outstanding resource that the ranch has. There's high-quality mule deer, and pronghorn on the ranch, and we've even got several pictures of a fancy whitetail buck. So the ranch has great diversity. As you enter the main gate off of paved roads from Ruidoso, New Mexico, the ranch has an unbelievable equestrian facility with offices, a sale facility, vet services, tack rooms, heated stalls with waterers, and many, many paddock areas. The ranch is unique because it has 12 residences on it. 6 of the residences, 2 owners' homes, and then 4 cabins on the mountains. The owners' homes as you enter the gates at Double V Ranch are just beautiful. Their setting is at the base of the mountain near the world-class horse facilities, and they're just very, very well appointed, and the owners have spared no expense as far as developing these homes into places that they love to be.
The one thing that really stood out to me is, especially in this dry climate down here, how much water is actually on this ranch.
They've spent an inordinate amount of dollars making sure it's very well watered. So pipelines, tanks, and springs improved throughout the ranch. There's water in every pasture and out of every draw.
Now this is a working cattle operation right now, correct?
It is. They have about 400 mama cows, and they run them through the season here. And the ranch really supports them well. They've had a really dry year, as you can see, but Sergio, the ranch manager, is excellent at managing the range and keeping the wildlife here. The Double V Ranch is an amazing place with its diversity, having a world-class horse facility and cattle operation and world-class hunting in the same package of 20,000 deeded acres or 25,000 deeded and state land acres within the boundaries of the ranch are amazing. The opportunities here for an individual owner to develop new things and do things with the ranch are really great. There is no conservation easement on the ranch, and the ranch does have potential for water development. Minerals are included in the sale, and we're proud to represent such a fine place.
This segment of Hayden Outdoors Life on the Land is brought to you by Tacticam, always on the hunt. Goodland, Kansas, 1976 is where it all began for Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Over 200 brokers and agents from coast to coast. We're still going strong. If you want to sell your farm, ranch, hunting property, needing a land valuation, or in the position to purchase your next property, give our team a call at 866-741-8323. That's 866-741-8323. Or visit HaydenOutdoors.com. Hayden Outdoors is the brand that sells the land. The Frank story started when Billy Brenton learned quality Wyoming beef was not readily available to everyone at an affordable price. Billy's vision of Frank's Butcher Shop came to life to bring Wyoming-raised beef, cut straight from your personal butcher, fresh to your table. Visit franksbutchershop.com and take 25% off for subscribing and enjoy delicious, high-quality, dry-aged beef. Frank's, Wyoming-born, raised, and shipped from our door to yours. It can look like the hue of a deep blue sky, the shimmer of wheat waving in the wind, a riffle running restless next to a deep, calm pool, or a wide open range reaching from horizon to horizon. Land means something different to everyone. Hunting, fishing, farming, ranching, buying, selling. Whatever land is to you, find it here. Hayden Outdoors, the brand that sells the land. For more information about any of the properties featured on Life on the Land, visit www.haydenoutdoors.com.
Hey, John. Man, this is an awesome location.
Thank
I
you.
love it, right on Main Street.
You bet.
So this is kind of where some of your finished product lives. We got to see all your shop, where you're making it. Place to come and show off all the hard work, huh?
Yep, for anybody that wants to come and see my work in person, they can come to the gallery and they get to see some pieces in person.
Well, that's awesome. These buffalo, I've heard so much about these buffalo. This is one of the main reasons I wanted to come to South Dakota to meet you, is to see these things. Wow.
Yep, this is called the Last Stand. So the two busts I sculpt in clay, like this one here.
Okay.
And then cast them in bronze. And so there's a story here that's Custer's Last Stand. And so Sitting Bull was born and raised right here on the Grand River, very close to here. And then Custer came through here on his way from Bismarck to the Black Hills, and he camped just outside of town. So there's kind of a crosshairs right here in this area where the two men's paths cross before Custer's Last Stand. But there's a kind of a big story and a concept here where Sitting Bull is this visionary medicine man, and he had visions and dreams. And so one of his dreams was all these soldiers falling out of the sky and dying bodies, and just this kind of a horrible premonition of the battle. So that's what all these riders represent, this dream, and they're all headed towards Custer. And so you can see here a couple arrows have been lobbed over and missed Custer and hit this eagle. And so there's an eagle on both sides, because the eagles represent something great to both sides of the battle.
John's work is truly unbelievable, and seeing it there in person at his gallery in Lemon was an amazing experience. On one side of the gallery, there's a beautiful sculpture garden with his Tree of Life, and on the other side is Boss Cowman Square with a statue of Ed Lemon, who actually founded the town.
just seeing the finished piece, and I'm trying to do something I guess that's never been done before, even though it's probably already been done. I feel like I'm doing something that's kind of pushing the limit. And I get lost in a piece. Sometimes I'll get completely lost in it, and I'm just you're trying to push the envelope on what can be done with scrap metal. And then in the end, you take the picture of the piece and it's like, oh, cool. I can't remember how that came about, but I really like that.
John, thank you for an amazing day. It's been such a pleasure. You open up your shop, open up your gallery, telling us your story, and I've loved how you relate everything back to what the land means to you.
Well, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Come again.
We will. Thank you very much.
I want to give a big thanks to John for having us out and sharing his passion. John is unbelievably skilled in what he does, and his work is like nothing I've ever seen before. It's fascinating to see folks so emotionally invested in their work. And if you have a story or event you'd like featured on Life on the Land, be sure to let us know, because it's genuine folks all across this country that make this such a special place to buy up some ground and live life on the land.
For more information on any of our great properties for sale, please call 866-741-8323 or visit us online at haydenoutdoors.com.